Hello and welcome! This is Rooflemonger, my friends. We got a hell of a trailer for you today on the Tekken front. So if you've been following along here, either on the YouTube channel or on social media, on Twitter and all that, you know I've been gassing up the bears for quite a bit. And not only does this Kuma trailer deliver, it over-delivers, because it turns out they've been hiding secrets from us all along. So Kazuya fans might say he's not gonna sugarcoat it, but Kuma is not gonna honeycoat it, because the Bearlectric Wind God Fist is real. Just like in the previous Shaheen trailer breakdown, I mentioned how there's some moves here that are not in the quote-unquote final build of the game, and well, Kuma can do the Wind God Fist, right? And that definitely was not in the quote-unquote final press build of the game. That's a pretty big secret to keep under wraps, you know? Memes can become dreams, after all. I hope at this point there's no confusing who Heihachi's true son is anymore, because he can do the Wind God Fist, Reina is just a cheap Heihachi imitation, a cheap clone, Kuma is the real deal. Also, this is specifically a Kuma trailer, not a Kuma and Panda trailer. So it looks like if they're hiding something that major for Kuma, maybe Art of Panda is gonna be real as well, and Panda will inherit some Xiaoyu moves. And basically, hey, who knows for everybody, right? Obviously, the quote-unquote final build wasn't final. We got all sorts of big improvements going on here, so who knows what the actual retail build of the game will hold for us. Personally, I'm over the moon. I'm very excited. I'm very happy. And, well, let's do the whole trailer breakdown thing, because Kuma is here, and Heihachi's true heir is now on the scene. So, starting the trailer off, as always, we have to have our fancy code name for a character, and Kuma is the master of salmon. And yes, the fish is more than just a title, because he's using one as a weapon as well, in both his Heat Smash and in his Rage Art. Kuma looking extra sharp here in his new fit, so he's wearing Heihachi's gi, and Heihachi's belt he's wearing as a headband, so he's definitely repping his father hard here. Even this is a Heihachi pose, right? So everything's in service and in tribute of Heihachi. Although Kuma's a little bit of a silly boy, right? So we do have some references to some other characters, like Brian's intro in Tekken 7 here. So he's just walking in and he's going to take that fish and just whip it at the camera, breaking the camera because it's a very heavy fish. So our first gameplay sequence here is actually quite interesting, not the least of which we can see some of the new mechanics that Kuma has compared to previous entries in the game. So we start out here, up forward, 3+4, and it's leaping hop into the butt stance, just a sit stance, and from here he goes into full crouch down forward, 1-1. So we do have the partial move list thanks to the press event from earlier, and this is sort of a replacement for what he has in Hunting Bear stance. He has some different stuff now. And then we get to the really fun new stuff here. So from the full crouch move, he goes into while standing 1-2, except you can see he really leans into the 2, right? So this move now has a charge mechanic attached to it. You can just do while standing 1-2 and it'll come out right away. Or if you hold the button, it now has various levels of charge. And I'm assuming this is the full charge version. You can see a very pronounced particle effect. Almost assuredly advantage on block, given, you know, just the amount of pushback, and the orange glow showing that it does do chip damage as well. So basically, if you stand still too long, if you don't react, you got the big bear paw coming your way, and even if you block, it's still going to be Kuma's advantage. We're going to be seeing more of this charge mechanic as well. It's a big new feature of Kuma. So after blocking the big windup, you can see Paul tries to challenge back and gets beat, so definitely advantage frames. This is Kuma down forward 1-2, 1+2, and just smashing Paul down to the ground. So now going to our next segment, a pretty profoundly changed move, the bear sweep. So Kuma's version of the hell sweep does not knock down on regular hit, as you can see here. So Paul gets hit, but he's still standing. So pretty fundamental change going by the press build. Apparently the move is a good deal faster to make up for the fact that it doesn't knock down right away. From there, you can see that while standing 1 charge 2 again, the big wind up hit, and Paul once again blocks and has negative frames. And it looks like we can transition right into Hunting Bear stance from that big wind up hit, which is good because Paul gets hit by the bear stance throw. So if you're not aware of Kuma, the bear stance throw actually is untechable. It's hit, you get hit, end of story, no chance to tech out. Doesn't do a lot of damage necessarily, but if you're passive and just wait, he'll get a free throw on you and slam you to the ground. Our next sequence here shows a bit of a combo, kind of a basic launcher combo, but still it's nice to see where the combo theory might be going for Kuma. So blocks a Death Fist, punishes with down forward 2-1, that's kind of his generic launcher, it's just 2 buttons instead of 1. Forward 1+2, 1+2, does the tornado and spins them out. This is up forward 2, which is a tracking move. Also has the old tail spin effect, so you can keep kind of rejuggling even if you already used your tornado or a tornado is not available to you. So good juggle potential. And we end the combo here with quarter circle forward 2-1, sending Paul flying. Here we get another quick combo example, this time showcasing what Kuma can do against the wall. Now we start off here back forward 2, so just crushes Paul into the wall. You can see he tries a step as well. This isn't necessarily a tracking move, but just given the angle, given the arc, you're not really stepping past this anyways. So after the big splat here, back 3+4 tornado re-splats Paul back into the wall. Then back 2-1, and then we stop for 1+2, the signature Heihachi move. So we're going to get even more Heihachi flavor later, but I guess this is a move you can say he shares with his sister, as Reina also has the Heihachi 1+2. Now, lore time. So one of the main through lines, well, since like Tekken 3, I guess, was Kuma is always after the affections of Panda, and Panda, for the most part, could not care less, including just shattering his heart here. When they say the worst she can say is no, tell that to Panda, because dude is devastated. So now Kuma's going to be channeling that bear cell energy, I guess, after the rejection, and he's going to be popping out some pretty cool things here. So we have down back 2, the low poke, and it transitions right into hunting bear stance, and then we do hunting bear stance 1+2, which, well, sends Panda absolutely flying, as you can see. So after the big flip here, we go for the heat burst to rebound the enemy, and then we're going to get some more Papa Heihachi moves here. 2 back 2-1, and this is the Mishima style uppercut, you better believe it. Kuma been studying the Mishima style pretty heavily, as you can see. So after the hit here, this causes another tornado state with the flip, and after that we bop him with his butt here, down 1+2. Next up, big punish here, so this is back 1+2, which is a short range tracking homing move, and also a heat engager, as you can see. And we go right into the heat smash, and it's pretty deadly serious business here. So quick launcher into a fish salmon beat down, and once again, we're gonna get more to it when we see the rage art, but this fish is no ordinary fish, just so you know. This fish is a devil slayer. And we're about to head into the main event here. So big punish here, 1+2, also a heat engager, goes in after the heat engager, and yes, the Bearlectric Wind God Fist is real, as you can see here. And we're showcasing a whole bunch of them back to back, just why not? So a few things to note here. One, these moves were nowhere in the press build at all. So these were kind of kept hidden until right now. Big surprise. And I don't think this is going to be necessarily the traditional input here. The first one with the big blue flash, the really electric one, as you would, it's the same blue flash he has on some of his charge hold moves. So it could be as simple as when you're doing the input, you just hold the button to get the big one. Because as you see here, Panda goes for a move right after the fact, after blocking the first one, and it's definitely plus, just like the other charge moves are. Also chip damage. So less a perfect timing mechanic to it, like say Kazuya or something like that. I think this is just the held version of the move. Also, given that it's in heat, these might be heat only moves. Don't know for sure, spitballing on that, but they're definitely showcasing it while it's in heat, so that's my guess. But still, regardless, Kuma absolutely has a plus on block Wind God Fist move. So Kazuya, Jin, Reina, all those pretenders to the throne, move over. The real heir of Mishima Karate is here. And to end this off here, this is 1-1-1 into the tailspin, the tornado state here, going into run 1+2. Next up, more charge moves from Kuma. So once again, this is going to be a whole thing. So this is down back 1, hold 2. Big wind up punch here, very telegraphed, probably very easy to sidestep, but if you don't sidestep, definitely going to deal some chip damage and probably going to be a good amount of plus frames. Also, you can see at the end here, goes directly into hunting bear stance. While in bear stance, down 1+2, heat dash canceled, and then from there, while standing 1-2, we've seen this earlier, this goes into a tornado state, and we're going to end up the combo here, back 2-1, and then 1+2 to finish it off. And then finally, going into our big finale here, up forward 2, big counter hit, and then the rage art. And I mentioned how before this fish is not just a fish, right? This is the Type 38 eradication weapon, codename Aramaki. And this, according to Kuma's bio, is basically a weapon that is going to change the course of the war. Never let Jin do a bear's job when it comes to taking down Kazuya, because this fish rocket looks like a devil slayer to me. So Type 38 eradication weapon, codename Aramaki, takes flight and explodes Panda for refusing Kuma's marriage proposal, I guess. But it doesn't matter, because you know what? The boy's got something in the pocket, because after Panda's knockout, he's like, yay, I'm getting married at last. So he's kind of working under caveman rules, I suppose. And that is the Kuma trailer, and I'm very, very happy. Obviously, the new mechanics are really good, like the whole charge wind-up moves. If you're even a little slow at the wheel, he's going to charge move, get some chip damage, probably plus on block, keep more turns coming. That seems really strong, really good. Obviously, he has a couple new moves to play around with as well, not the least of which is the electrics. And that might be heat only, I don't know, but that also looks like a charge move. So less execution requirement, more just hold the button for a split second longer and you'll get your plus frames there. That seems really cool. And he seems to be carrying on the spirit of the character. Like, is Kuma a joke character? Sure, yeah, whatever, right? Who cares? But he's a fun, lovable character. That and the fact that they're really leaning into the Heihachi bit here, the fact that the Bearlectric is real at all, like that was a meme. They turned the meme into reality, right? That's really cool. I'm a really big fan of that. And just some of the gameplay changes, we'll see how it goes. Will he probably be a bad character in the end? Yeah, like probably, but it looks like he might be better off than he's been in a long time. And keep in mind, they've been hiding these electrics from us, and this is specifically a Kuma trailer, not a Kuma and Panda trailer. That means Panda might have some Panda-only stuff going on here. So inheriting some moves from Ling, like Art of Phoenix or whatever, that's actually a very real possibility now. We'll see. Because, you know, Panda's its own separate character, and she hasn't got a trailer yet. She's not sharing this trailer, so time will tell. If they actually make the bear somewhat different, that would be fantastic. That all said, though, that is the Kuma trailer. I'm very happy. Hopefully you are very happy as well. I'm looking forward to Kuma at launch. And if only on the surprise factor alone, the rest of the trailers have a lot of living up to do compared to this trailer. That said, though, that is the video. So thank you very much for watching. Hope this video has found you well, and go out and play some Tekken.